Andrew Mortimer, coordinator of the Fiat Challenge, explains what you need to get started in this low-cost championship.
Basically, it's any front-wheel drive Fiat. You're allowed to fit 2 twin-choke carburettor units to the engine. The cam is free, and that is basically all you can do to them. Inside the car, you have to comply with the RAC safety regulations, which is a fitted full roll cage, a plumbed-in fire extinguisher. You can take all the interior trim out and put proper racing bucket seats in it to keep you in the car as you hurl it through the stages. At the moment it looks like you could put one on the road for about £2,500 plus the cost of the car.
There were 2 classes in the Fiat Challenge in 1989, one for Fiat Unos and one for non-Unos. The Fiat Challenge is something special in British rallying today, a truly low-cost formula, but linked to one of the most important national rally championships, the BTRDA Clubman Series. After the deluge that marked the first round in Carlisle, Ludlow greeted the competitors with bright sunshine, and the first of the hot, dry, dusty conditions that were to prevail for the whole season. Mike McNulty and his daughter Caroline from Dulford in Devon were quick to take advantage of the financial support from Fiat Finance when on this round his car was judged the best prepared. Peter Brace from Milton Keynes was the early leader in the challenge with his AdMag-sponsored Uno, but on this event he lost 2 places when he broke a piston. Salisbury's Paul Dybel in his Fiat Strada took the £50 prize put up by the PIAA Lighting Company for the best improvement on his starting position. And Durham's Ian Peake was to take 3rd place in his Harpers of Wellington Fiat Uno. Right from the start, however, Ian Parker from Tiverton in Devon put up some incredible performances in his Fiat 1283P, beating many of the Unos. Fiat's basic concept was simple: to provide a championship which was inexpensive and yet which was competitive and could give the driver experience against some of Britain's finest up-and-coming club rally drivers. In addition to Fiat's generous support, Car and Car Conversions magazine joined forces with Fiat to run the championship as an opportunity to encourage national club rallying. In his first event in the challenge, John Anderson from Milton Keynes competed with the Strada that Mike McNulty used the previous year. For this spectator, a quiet afternoon's read was disturbed by Peter Brace's Uno. For despite a capacity limit of only 1,300 cc's, these Fiats were quick and handled well on the dry, loose surfaces which are common on British forest events. In such conditions as these, the cars take a severe hammering, and the drivers and co-drivers look forward to the service stops, where essential maintenance can be carried out. These service areas, which can be fields or car parks, are turned for a few minutes into workshops.
Exhaust manifolds for splits, hoses for splits, anything.
For Gary Edgington and Jane Evans, a broken gearbox meant all hands to the task. which was well worthwhile, for they were to continue and win the non-Uno class on this event. George Mullins explains the lure of the challenge.
Well, this poor old girl, she's been going for a few years now, but I think this is going into her 4th season. She's getting very, very tired, but it's great fun. Love the car. Co-driver, today's the first time he's ridden in one. He's really surprised, well impressed, you know.
And Peter Brace tells Triple C's reporter his story.
So I was really surprised when we lifted the head off after the last event and found we'd melted a piston.
So hopefully it's a one-off.
Yeah, hope so.
But the real story of the challenge unfolded on the last round, the Esso Stelrad stages on the North Yorkshire moors. In the 6 rounds up to this event, Mike McNulty and then George Mullins had battled for the lead. And now in the final round, Mullins had a slight advantage. But it would all be decided on some of the toughest stages in Britain. All eyes were on George Mullins with his Avanti tuning Uno. A latecomer to the challenge was Chris Elkins from Melksham in Wiltshire, who in just 3 events was to win 2 and finish 2nd in the 3rd, taking 3rd place overall. Clearly a man to watch in 1990. For Gary Edgington, a change of car from his Fiat 128 to an Uno for the first time. And Brian Lawson out again with his 128 3P. But this was to be a crucial stage, and the crucial corner which decided the championship. John Anderson again smooth and neat. The mercurial Chris Elkins, clearly the quickest of all the Fiats. Mike McNulty, with his solid fuel advisory service Uno, out to catch Elkins in order to win the championship outright. But he gets it all wrong. And explains why.
I honestly thought, when I saw the exit, I was going for it. This is why I was down in 2nd gear, powered it there, and unfortunately, why am I laughing?
Mind your fingers, door's coming down.
And as they get the car back on its wheels, its steering broken, the ultimate irony. George Mullins, the championship now his, roars past. Ian Parker, the non-Uno class winner, tries the same trick, but gets off with a fright. And another driver, totally ignoring what the co-driver is saying.
Ignoring what the co-drivers were saying and looking down that track.
Yeah, I did.
Well, you're a plonker.
Yeah.
Gary Edgington is still getting used to his Uno and is caught by the flying Chris Elkins, who, with the experienced co-driver Phil Pavord, brought an added touch of excitement at the end of the season. For George Mullins, however, the championship was not enough, and he was trying hard to catch Elkins. Too hard. But at the final service point, he was clearly very happy.
I don't quite know how we're doing in comparison with Chris Elkins today, but we're not really worried because Mike McNulty's gone out, which is a bit unfortunate for him, but means we've secured the championship, so we're quite pleased about that, really. Just enjoying it now.
How's the challenge been?
Very, very enjoyable, you know. It's been very close, a lot closer than I thought it was going to be, actually, because we lost one or two of the competitors last year, but it's been excellent, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, yeah. Excellent. And I hope to be back next year.
George Mullins from Chewton Mendip near Bath, the winner of the Fiat Challenge, National Rallying's affordable championship.